Again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and I'm excited. I have an idea. I think I might have some glasses around here somewhere, and boy, wouldn't that have been a good thing to find first. There they are. That's awesome. So I'm going to make up some sky colors, and I'm going to try and use regular white this time so that when I scoop them out, I don't have to worry about the Anita's metallic covering. That's a rather large lump of something I don't want in anything. And I am going to be as subtle as I can. I'm going to be so subtle nothing comes out of the bottle. It's definitely time for me to stop being lazy and get on with squeezing whatever's supposed to come out of the bottle. So I don't know how far to go with this. I think just maybe if I put some white paint on my canvas where I think I'm going to scoop those colors on, I might get what I want. And this is weird because I'm not making a regular landscape today. I'm going to make a vertical. And I think it's going to be a vertical, so this is my right. So on your right is going to be the sky going out sideways. And I'm going to do that first and move some paint out of the way. Hopefully. I'm going to do this first. And then I'm going to make up myself a batch of cliff colors. It's really hot out here, but it's also really late in the day. I waited a long time too long to come out, but it probably was also not a good day to come out at all. I hear you guys in the rest of the country right now, as of today, are having a hard time dealing, so sorry about that. Alright, so now I think it might be a good idea for me to look for and find an edge catcher, but I'm going to wipe off my cloth first. Forgot to wet my rag, but that's okay because it's easily remedied. And I am going to find myself an edge catcher from the many that I keep that continuously stick together. But I could always grab a new one because they save things. Okay, I'm a lot nervous about this, but that's okay. This is just the beginning. So do I want any other color in there? I might. You know I do. So I have my neon purple from Folk Art, and I think that that's a good color to put in there. And I am going to just grab some colors and use a Princeton Art Full Catalyst spatula. I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's okay. I'm going to give myself a chance to play. And I'm going to tip everything every which way, including toward, you know what, I think I want that edge catcher right on my tile. And then I might want to actually smooth some of my very thick looking paint today. I might want to just use my spatula some of these places. I think so. Just a little spatula. Let some of that run over the edge. I don't think that's hurting my feelings any. Whoa! I don't want that shovel to wind up in the sand though. So those are good colors. And I can always add a little bit of white over, and it is supposed to be a sky. It doesn't need to be, you know, an elaborately tipped sky. I am going to attempt to make sure that the edges are covered, because I do expect to come back over and add my mountain pretty quick. My mountain might have a waterfall, and I might put some ledges sticking out. I might add some trees. I don't know if the trees will be today or not. I'm going to pick up any and all of that paint and just put it right along the edge for right now. See if I can be covered, a little bit covered anyway. I'm going to steal some right with my fingers. Oh look, today's first bug. Goodbye, bug. I just want some paint over there. Actually, what I really want is to see what happens when I use my OXO omelet turning spatula. And whether I might want to use that toward this edge or not, so that I get some more paint. And also, I did this yesterday. It's nice to actually move up and down and around and do some swirls, because skies are not straight, of course. I mean, of course they are sometimes also, but I'm not seeing anything that I really love in there. So I'm going to dip my spatula in happily. And the tip is working pretty well to pick up some of those colors. And maybe I'll just worry about that after I get my other paint ready. Or maybe I will worry about it now. And I still want some paint to be dripping down over that side. Yesterday I didn't give up when I did my sky, and it just seemed like I was sort of flopping around like a fish out of water with that spatula, but eventually I got it, and it turned out so pretty that I was like flabbergasted even. I gotta stop playing with this, but I don't want to yet. And those colors in that pan are not going to be useful to me for anything but sky, so I might come back and use them again after. I'm going to rest something on top of that. And I think what my plan is to throw that shovel into the bucket, move this canvas out of here for a few minutes, and see if I can find something better than that to rest it in. There's another one. That's good. These refuse are good. And there's the block. I used metal tape in there, and there's the block to keep it from... That's my turquoise from Color Shift, which does what it says it will do, which is color shift. That is not making me happy, and I want more of that. So, try not to knock any of the little dried on residual threads, paint residuals that get crusty on the threads on there. My dog is imagining things again. But actually they can probably hear plenty of things we can't. And I assume that there is a turtle on the other side of that fence over there on the side of our yard. I hope this works. I really want this to work, actually. I wouldn't mind if you'd stop. Wesley, do you think you can get his attention so that he stops doing that now? That's funny. Okay. I'm sure that'll work. I might even put a waterfall in. Did I mention that? I really want to put a waterfall in. And I want some copper in there. I also want some black, and I think I just overdosed myself with colors. But that is the Anita's metallic black. Come on, out. Not under my finger, but out. There was something blocking us. So I've got a lot of colors there. And I use GAC 800 religiously in all of my mixes, which means that no matter what happens, it won't crack. Well, for me, it doesn't crack. When I use GAC 800, I use 2 parts GAC to 8 parts paint, and then I mix my Floetrol and my Deco Art pouring medium afterwards. What am I looking for? I am looking for something. Go figure. I know what it is. There we go. Don't ask me why. And I want some of this Prussian blue too. That's an interesting mix. I kind of think I need a little more green on the surface no matter what. Okay, so I'm going to try and get some of my colors out of the way and throw my spatula into the bucket. I don't think I have so much paint that I can't work with it. I can go anywhere I want. Do I want to go that way? Good question. Let's go everywhere. Let's start out just however we start out and not worry about it. Let's get all of the colors right out of that dustpan, right onto that canvas. Anywhere they want to go. Not wasting any paint to speak of. My edge catcher is handy. I don't seem to be as adept at using my spatula today as I recall in the past. I kind of wish I had saved a little bit of paint, and I guess I could pour some off. That's not a bad idea, actually. I kind of think I might want a ledge or something, so I'm going to grab my butter dish and as much paint as I can possibly get out of that dustpan and throw that dustpan right in the bucket and wipe off my spatula because I don't know where the other one went. Actually, I've got 3 of these square front number 1s and I love them all, but right now, there's the other one. I found it. I was going to say right now there's only the one in evidence and I want to keep them in evidence. Okay, so I'm going back and forth first. I'm going to try and remember that I want to throw a little bit of paint into that butter dish. That ought to be interesting. But I'm not going to do much of anything yet. Whoa, until I get my paint going where I want it to go. And so far, I'm 2 for 2. Let's just do what I usually do. Let everything pool down to the bottom. It doesn't look like much of a cliff right now to me. I guess that doesn't really matter. It will in time. Wow, somebody like actually let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? I got 1 under my feet and 1 turtle hunting. Not a good thing in Florida. Illegal, in fact. Good thing the yard is fenced. I got a large pool of paint over there and I'm going to use it. I'm going to rock it. I'm going to try not to be distracted by doggies doing whatever they're doing to my left and my right. I have another one right back here too. I'm not sure what part of I'm about to be recording didn't make any sense to my partner. Oops. I think I might have some mountain colors on my sky up there, which I'll have to fix. Come on, flatten out. I will fix it too. It might be more of a landscape than it was ever meant to be. A mountainside at this point, after my distractibility factor. But I'm not willing to give up yet either. I'm going to grab my OXO omelet turning spatula and grab all of that paint and put it right there. Thank you for helping out. As opposed to whatever it was you did when you let them out. Huh? You're right. They knew where Mama was and they wanted to be with her. I didn't save myself any paint in my butter dish, so I'm going to try and do that right now. See what happens. Can I actually manipulate some paint into my butter dish? It's a good question. And what will it do to the mountain? Alright, so I'm taking all of that off of there, putting it aside, and noticing I've got plenty more where that came from. And that is pretty cool. So far so good. And I'm going to take some of the paint right off my fingers and do the same thing with it. I kind of have liked the effect of dropping residual paint, especially off the spatulas, into the composition, because they kind of look like little boulders. I wonder if I could use that butter dish to drop a little bit of paint. I don't wonder, I know. I certainly can. Because I don't think I need everything I took, for sure. I like that texture down there. That's great. I'm very pleased with that, actually. And I've got some stuff up here going on. Doesn't need to be happening. I have wanted to add rocks to my composition for a while now. I got 1 minute left. we made a lot of time go by. So this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Studio saying, if you want to give me a hand and you watch more videos, you're giving me a hand. If you give me a thumbs up, you help the YouTube algorithm know to give me better placement for my videos so more people can see me. And the more people that see me, the more inclined I am to come back and bring you a video every day, as long as I can possibly manage it. So this is cool, but I still don't have my waterfall. And I kind of want it. And in order to get it, I'm going to have to change up the side of my mountain. There's my waterfall. I also ought to torch to release the bubbles in the paint. So I ought to keep telling you what I was supposed to be telling you. And wishing that that gouge wasn't there. But I have 2 minutes left. So if you want to help me, shop my Amazon link. It's under Show More under the video, and you can find the Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas and the OXO omelet turning spatulas. And Pinterest and Instagram and Fine Art America. Oh, not Fine Art America. Fine Art America is a Shop Now button on my Facebook pages, and that helps me. I'm going to go ahead, give myself a little water, hoping that I can make a straight line. And maybe this will work and maybe it won't. I think it'll work okay. I'm going to wipe off my skewer. And just drag the colors. Ooh, we got thunder. Drag the colors right down over there. I might be tempted tomorrow to put a landscape in the background of this, or maybe another one instead of this one. But in any case, now I got a waterfall. Ha! And I'm not unhappy with that at all. I've got paint on my hands, all over my hands, which means I really should not be thinking about what I'm thinking about, which is attempting to blend the top of this canvas in. It's very purple, and I think that means that there's going to be some purple sky. There might be quite a bit more purple sky than there is right now. But it is kind of my first experiment like this. And I definitely want to just stick that skewer in there and pull that paint and see how far it goes. I got 1 minute left to do whatever I'm going to do. And that it would be to tell you I do sell my artwork. And I do give classes at the house in Spring Hill. And should you want to get in touch with me or watch some more videos, on the end screens of this video in the last 20 seconds, you're going to find 750 plus videos and my website where you can communicate with me by looking for a contact information form. And I would give you my email, which is EASPBgallery. Gallery's all one word. But YouTube usually takes it out of the communications. So I love you guys. There's over 75,000 of you. And what else can I tell you? Thank you very much for keeping me painting all this time by making your contributions. And there's a contest on the end screens that if you contribute again, or if you contribute for the first time, you will be included. And I appreciate that very much. The paintings show on the exhibition video, So I hope you go there.